So, welcome to A Journey on My Mind Short. Yes.
Good. We nailed that.
Today, it's just me and Sam.
Yeah.
And as we get going, we just want you to get to know us a little bit better. Sam, how many dogs do you have?
I have two.
Two.
Dogs, yeah.
And
they're both pit mixes.
I thought so. Did you adopt them or did they adopt you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of them we got from a family who had they had divorced and neither was going to keep the dog. So that was our first, Annabelle.
Okay. Annabelle.
She's a pit and white German Shepherd.
Oh, wow.
And Burmese Mountain Dog, I think.
Wow.
They actually DNA'd her. It was like a vet surgeon we got her from, so she was in good shape. And then Moose. Now, that's a different story.
I've met Moose.
Yeah, Moose is...
I've actually met Annabelle, too.
You've met them all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a pit and Great Dane mix. But he is the most derpy, goofy, loving dog ever.
Yeah.
And he's definitely imprinted on me now. I cannot go anywhere without that dude.
He loves you. Yep.
What about you, Kev?
Yeah, we got one dog. I bring her here once in a while. You've heard her. If you've listened to any of the podcasts, sometimes she comes along with me.
In the back.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
She is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Her name is Lacey. And she is my wife's dog.
Yeah.
And adores my wife, puts up with me. The odd thing about it.
Yeah.
Is I feed the dog, I walk the dog, I am the primary caretaker of the dog most of the time. Not all the time, like Lori does her share, but like if it goes to the vet, Lori takes it to the vet.
Yeah. Takes it to the vet?
Her.
Okay, thanks.
Whatever,
man.
the dog.
But
anyway, all that to
upset.
say, but my wife walks in the room, I am nothing.
Yeah.
I am like, I disappear.
Yeah.
It's like, how in the world does this happen?
Yeah.
But like I'll get up in the morning, I'll feed the dog, take it outside. I'll sit down on the couch. She'll be sitting right next to me. Lori's not up yet. Lori will get up. Or if Lori doesn't get up soon enough, she'll go sit by the bedroom door and
to get up.
whine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you. And then Lori comes out and the dog sits on her lap.
About you.
Yep, I am gone and invisible.
Yeah. Well,
so
mine
the
are
life
that
of
way
a
when I
dog.
come home.
Yes.
Like when they wait like an hour, they'll be because they'll be at the window, any car that goes by, and then as soon as I come in, Anne's just like, honey, that was like 10 minutes of chaos. Because I'm not fast with much of anything I do. And like getting out of the car takes me a minute.
Yeah. You got things
going crazy.
Yeah. That's your style.
That's my style.
You move at your own pace, which I so appreciate. But anybody that has a dog knows what it's. A dog is one of those things in life that is usually so loyal. And you can pretty much say anything you want to a dog.
Yep.
And it's
gonna love you right
back. It
does.
does. It's amazing. Dogs are crazy.
There's
loyal.
a reason they're called man's best friend, right?
Yeah, but they really are not the answer to the question that we're going to kind of wrestle with here in the short.
Yeah.
Dogs run in packs. Mm-hmm. I get that, and they feel like they're in a pack when they're in the family and stuff. But we as humans have a tendency to drift into individualism. Mm-hmm. We have a tendency to drift into isolation if we are not invited in or somehow find the benefit of being a part of a community.
Yeah.
And with that comes the struggle. I would say this is the struggle as I've learned over the last 30 years of pastoring is how do I enter into community so that it's somewhat therapeutic, but also so that I enter into this community in such a way that I experience some kind of being seen. I can be vulnerable. Mm-hmm. I can find some kind of path by which I experience what it means to be human in a group of people. And with that, we were talking just a minute ago about the difference between vulnerability and transparency.
Yeah.
And you've got more on that. So what is the difference between those two?
It's we talk about it quite a bit. We do something at Journey called Plumline.
Yeah.
Right? And which, if you're interested, reach out. We'd love to get you plugged into that.
Yeah.
But so we talk about the difference between transparency and vulnerability is transparency is kind of that I'll let you see inside, I'll let you see me, but I'm going to keep control of what how you see. I'm going to keep the controls on.
Yeah.
Right? Vulnerability is more like, hey, I'm gonna let you see, but I'm taking the controls off.
Okay.
Right.
So how does that feel when somebody takes the controls off?
Yeah. Well, it's for them. I think oftentimes it's very scary.
Why would it be scary?
Probably. I mean, usually probably because throughout our lives, as we attempt that, I think we get hurt. We get, you know. Yeah. I think
because whoever you're being vulnerable with.
Yeah.
Can weaponize it.
That's right. Yeah, it can be used against you.
So it's not to be done all the time.
Right.
You aren't vulnerable with everybody.
That's right. Yes, I think vulnerability for me, it's always been people have earned that.
Okay.
Right? They've earned the trust and the ability for me to be vulnerable.
Okay.
Right. Transparent. I'm a pretty transparent dude.
Yeah. What you see is what you get.
Yeah. But vulnerability is that next step down. I think it's that next step into like the intimacy and relationship.
Okay. Yeah. It brings it to another level. Yeah. It's I'm going to entrust something to another person or a group of people.
Yes.
That's very
that could be used.
It could
to
be
hurt
me.
Right. Yeah.
Or help me. Yeah. And so how does vulnerability play? We call it in Plumline, we start building what is called a, what is that called? Crucible.
Yeah.
And in that crucible is we're agreeing that we're going to hold whatever that is together without it being common knowledge for anybody else.
Yeah.
But the crucible itself allows us to say things we wouldn't normally say.
Yeah. Allows
us to be seen in a way that we aren't normally seen. One of the groups that I led last year, we talk about failure in it. And so we share a failure. And that failure isn't common knowledge. People don't know that. You could see me. You could probably know about what happened to me, but you don't know how it affected me.
Right.
And so the crucible is a place where I can talk about how it affected me.
Yes.
And so in that, you find out you're not alone. In that, you find out that there's encouragement in it. And also saying it out loud. Like just saying that stuff out loud exposes it to the light.
That's right.
And it loses its power. In many ways.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know if I've shared this on Journey on My Mind or not, but years ago I was watching like Animal Planet or one of those, and it was I think it was like water buffalo.
Oh yeah.
Like crossing. It was in the plains
in
somewhere.
The Serengeti.
Yeah. Somewhere
yes,
like
the plains of Serengeti.
And so what it is it's this group, and they're going across the river, and there's lions.
Well, yeah,
right,
of course,
waiting.
Yeah.
For lunch. Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
And so what it showed was this huge. I mean, thousands and thousands of these things crossing the river, and there was one that was. I don't know if it was probably younger, and it looked like it might have had an injury or something. So, and of course, it's kind of in the back of the pack.
Sure.
Well, as soon as they cross, the lions are waiting for the slower
for the stragglers.
one. For the straggler.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they start attacking it.
Yeah.
Well, what blew my mind was one of the other buffalo or whatever, I guess, saw it happening and kind of let everybody else know, hey, this guy's getting attacked.
Yeah.
And the whole herd just turned. And went and just charged all of those lions, right? And it just got them all out of the way. And then the herd came around that one and brought it to the middle, and then they went on.
Oh, wow.
And it just, for me, it was such a pitch, like a visual of, that's what happens in great community. Like we can be protected. We're not alone. When the enemy comes in that way, we have these others who can kind of walk with us. So it was just this really cool, and just the way that I think oftentimes the enemy likes to parse us out. I think sometimes that living in that way, that just so removed from community.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. The problem is when the community doesn't respond.
That's
that
right.
way.
Yeah.
So in those moments when we're wounded, or in those moments where we've allowed people to see, and rather than getting help, we get people gossiping about us, or we get people use it to keep us down, or keep us at to have a reason for us not to participate.
That's right. That's what was so cool about seeing that, is like these are just animals,
right,
like simplistic,
and
they get it.
Yeah.
Like they get it. That like
they risk their lives.
They risked everything to protect this
The one.
and bring it in, rather than be like, that dude was an idiot. He broke his ankle jacking around.
Yeah,
you know, so he deserves whatever he gets, or whatever the dumb thing might be, or a very serious thing that right. So it just really highlighted that for me.
The idea that we can share, you know, part of the Heart group in Plumline is sharing also some vulnerable things.
That's right.
And when we share those vulnerable things, the goal being is to, why do I feel the way I do about this? How do I now manage the emotions that I have?
Yeah.
Not that the emotions are either good or bad. But they alert us to something.
That's right.
That oftentimes, and I've probably shared this a few times, and when I went through the Heart group with Plumline, I realized how lonely I was. And I never had a name for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And to say that to a group of men.
Yeah.
Because it was a group of men.
Right. Yep. And
say, hey, you know, part of my experience of life is I don't think I've been able to name it, but I'm lonely. And I think you know, even our government knows that, as they've done studies, is that the culture itself is an epidemic of loneliness, because people just don't see each other anymore. And
well, you don't have to. Right. We've designed our world in such a way that you know, back decks, not front porches, garage door openers. We don't have to see anybody. We can just go in our spot, right?
And we can sit at a computer and interact with people.
That's right.
And we can play games.
It's like this. It's this form of.
And no one ever sees me.
That's right.
Really sees me.
Not really sees me. They might see my face on a computer.
Right. But that's the difference between vulnerability and transparency.
That's right. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
You can see me.
Yeah.
But you don't know me.
Yeah.
And you don't really see me.
Yeah.
And so this is where I think the church plays a vital role in the fabric of a community of people in a city and a place, where if it's doing what it's intended to do, it's a place where you actually are known and seen.
That's right.
And that is where you can feel safe to be vulnerable and work through the things. I mean, it's one thing. Granted, we're all about seeing therapists. Yes. Talk to a therapist. You can be vulnerable with a therapist, but in a community where there is a group of people that not just give you advice, but they identify with you.
That, yeah.
And they go, yeah, I've been there. I've walked that walk. I can walk it with you.
Yeah.
It just brings a totally.
Well, it's a word we use a lot. Witness.
Yeah.
There's a witness to.
Right.
You know, that we experience in community. That's different than, you know, the kind of witness we might experience with a therapist.
Right.
It's a we're all in this thing together.
Right.
You know?
And you may be listening to this and say, that's just not, I'm not into that.
Yeah.
That's fine. You don't have to be into that. You were made for it, but you are invited in. And there's a fear attached to it. I get it. Yeah. I understand that fear. If I let people really know what who I really am, my vulnerabilities and different things, will they actually still like me?
Yes.
Will they still look at me? Will they still include me? All the things.
All those things are why we hide.
Yeah. Right.
Because we thought we've answered our own question, and that that is what is going to, and maybe it's been answered for us a number of times through other relationships.
Right.
You know?
And part of that is the addiction culture of recovery, recovery culture.
Yep.
Is part of our community, actually.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of people that have come to Journey that are open about the fact that they're going through 12-step, they're going through a number of different, and hopefully in the future we're going to be able to offer some of those things
here.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
So all of that, I think all of that is the difference between transparency and vulnerability.
Right.
Is I can sit in a group of people and they all have some kind of addiction, and I can say, hey, I'm addicted to X and so, and they all go, yeah, I get it.
I'm with you.
We've all been there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's one of the beauties of even like in the Plumline groups, you know, is part of what I've you know, after doing a bunch of them now, that I really experience is the not magic, but just with the beauty of what happens is that it's people going, oh, here's me, actually really me,
right?
And everybody else around going, that's awesome. You know, I love or encourage or whatever so there's this really beautiful thing that happens in there where I can say, here's what I'm experiencing or going with, and that crucible in that room goes, we're with you.
Right.
We see you.
Right.
And you know, this, it's
We're
not,
for you.
We're for you. That's the
Right.
key, though, is
Yep.
we're for you in
Yep.
this. Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
and it invokes some kind of something in the people that hear it.
Absolutely.
That's where I found it to be the most fascinating, is that as we talk about our failures and you hear somebody, but this is what the failure did to me, why it was my failure, what it did to my heart, what it did to the people around me, what it cost me, etc. All those things. And the people listening to the story feel it with you, but they also feel it in their own way.
That's it. Yeah.
And they go, yeah, I felt, I
see me. I see,
I see
that.
me.
I see me.
I see you, but I see me
That's
in
right.
that. And it
There's something that bonds in that.
right. And for me as a human, it makes me less lonely.
Yeah, absolutely.
It makes me go, oh, I'm not the
It's
only
not just me.
I'm not the only failure around.
Which is what usually keeps us quiet.
Right.
No one is going to understand it. Like,
Right.
this is,
but
I'm
yet,
weird. Or
every time I've done this, every time I've walked,
single time.
every single time,
Same with me.
It's I feel the same way.
Yeah.
And then to see the light come on for somebody who shares a failure of, that they're like, no one, I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't. But they share it and they go, and everybody goes,
yeah,
I feel sad for you. Or I feel these within me. I just felt.
Yeah. All right.
But now I feel less alone.
That's right. Yeah. Because I thought I was the only one.
Right. So vulnerability.
Oh, yeah.
Moves us to a deeper human experience.
That's right.
And that's really what we want to invite people into, because God's there.
That's right.
That's where God resides.
Yeah.
In those moments and in those places and in our hearts.
Yeah.
All right, Sam.
That's good, man.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kev.
Maybe we find ourselves in Plumb Line once again.
That's right. We will. We will.
Journey on my mind. Short.